Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, you're like me, David W302, and in this episode we're going to take a deeper look at the Hunter and Guardians in general, subclasses and things like that. My last video is my first lore playthrough, hopefully that went quite well and you enjoyed that. And this one I'm going to start off with by reading the Guardian's Glimmer card. And it starts off with legends are carved across history by the brave. Guardians are warriors forged in the traveler's light, a final hope in the universal falling into darkness. Chosen from the dead by the traveler's ghosts, guardians are those rare few able to wield the light as a weapon. For centuries they have defended the city. But those defenders cannot hold forever. Now with the darkness rising again, the time has come to retake our lost worlds. The guardians who led the way will save the humanity and become a legend. So that there is the very first card when it comes to the guardians. Now you get the choice between a hunter, a warlock, and a titan. In this episode we're going to be looking more at the hunter ghost cards, and we're going to start by reading the first one. Our old worlds have grown feared, riddled beasts with teeth and rust and ruin. But such beasts are meant to be tamed or broken. Hunters stalk the wilderness beyond the city, harnessing the light and reclaiming the secrets of our lost world. They are daring scouts and stealthy killers, experts with knife and precision weapons. Hunters blaze their own trails and write their own laws. And what there's a few instances where you get examples in the lore of, well, actually in the text of some of the items, and it's about the actual handbook, and that is being theorized to actually be the lore. To be the laws of the hunter. And there is some other things that more just going about the general conduct and code of a hunter, but it is actually a fabricated thing. This is the next ghost fragment for the hunter. That was the hunter card. This is the actual ghost fragment for the hunter. There is only two, whereas the warlock has three and the titan also has one. But the warlock probably has the most written about him. Let's do it. She leaves the sparrow and climbs a long way across the spits of volcanic rock, and between vents of blue fire, down below Ishtar ruins spark with skirmishing light, but these gems seem distant and brief, as the constant starfall and the only ruling creating high above. No idea what that means. She is alone on the rock. She goes on with her head down so as to fight the sense that she is going to fall up off. What? She is going to fall up off the world. That she is going to fall up off the world is what it says, and burn like an universal meteorite. Meteoroid. The message that brought her to this place has no sign, but she could hear Trident in the darkness. Dracus in the citadels, it said, it's true. And also remember your promise. Don't you find... Oh, this is actually quite a big fucking card to read, folks, so I hope you're ready for this. At dawn she finds a sentry and kills it with her knife. Its throat bleeds gas. She takes it to post and lays out the bullets one by one on the rock. as if to make a count of all the years she has been waiting. Her rifle is nearly as long as she is tall. She lies down by her bullets and uses them to kill the others sentries. One by one, the units at least, they understand the thunder, and Shanks rise up in anger from the citadels below to seek her out. She leaves the rifle and walks across the naked upsides into the swarm, firing from the hip as she does. Each one kicks the old revolver and world Draxus, Cal of Winter, Cal of Hate, Lord of the Kingdom of her veteran. Now that's quite interesting, because we've actually got into the Fallen here as well now. Draxus, Cal of Winter. So like I've spoke about before, there's different houses. You've got Cal of Kings, Cal of Scar, Cal of Devils, Cal of Winter, Cal of Wolves, and Cal of something, and there's another house. House of Winter, House of Wolves, House of Devils, House of Kings, and House of something else. They're more like don't really have anything. And as you can hear here, Draxus is the king of this one. Her jaw arcs, she used to imagine biting out his throat with her armored teeth. The stone smokes around her when the arc fire lashes it, and the sharper scars throughout, leaving the obsidian like glass bullets. She shoots her bandits dry, and a team of vandals in glass stealth leap up and rush her with knives, but she is risen her hand and burns them down with the golden gun, laughing, crying out, Draxus, Draxus, I come. She kills them all and takes the next ridge, high above the citadel. She uses the blue-green pools and the cave's mouth where the Vex light dance, and then among them, grounded in smoke and ash, it looks long shark shapes and catch a winter ship, the cow ships coming down to nest. She goes down there now and finishes this, but she made a promise. She should go down there now and finish this, but she made a promise. A captain jumps her. She throws two knives into the armor and then stares his chest with her own ghost. Staves his chest with her own ghost, wrapped up in a fist like a stone. So she pretty much grabs. She gets caught. She throws two knives at the guy, then grabs her ghost and just cracks him with it. Tell the Vanguard. Tell the Vanguard. She says to her ether spot fist. Tell them Draxus is here. Her ghost looks up at her in silence. When she makes no move to go down to the cliff towards the ship and it blinks once. It is one way and makes a soft sound, like a sigh, like a relief. So that's obviously about the hunter fighting Draxus and how nearly got done, and just shows the ruthlessness of them. And we're going to continue with the mission now and head to the tower, see what we can get up to down there. Last time, as you could see, if you watched, we needed to do some of these. We're just getting the Sunsinger quest and Fallen. We have just yeah. So let's head to the tower and get some upgrades. Remember folks, I am doing permadeath on this, so if I die in a mission, That's me. I am dead. Crucible, tower, things like that do not count because you can revive there technically. But yeah, if I die, and that is it.
There was a time when we were much more powerful. But that was long ago. Until it wakes and finds its voice, I am the one who speaks for the traveler. You must have no end of questions, Guardian. In its dying breath, the traveler created the ghosts to seek out those who can wield its light as a weapon. Guardians to protect us and do what the traveler itself no longer can.
What happened to it?
I could tell you of the great battle centuries ago. How the traveler was crippled. I could tell you of the power of the darkness, its ancient enemy. There are many tales told throughout the city to frighten children. Lately, those tales have stopped. Now, the children are frightened anyway. The darkness is coming back. We will not survive it this time.
Its armies surround us. The Fallen are just the beginning.
What can I do?
You must push back the darkness. Guardians are fighting on Earth and beyond. Join them. Your ghost will guide you. I only hope he chose wisely.
I did. I'm sure of it. We're in this together now.
So that pretty much just quoted what I was saying at the beginning there. There's also a lot of speculation about who the speaker actually is. I think it's the guy who you seen in the first cutscene. In the Glimmer cards, it speaks about how he was given extra long life and was actually around. And it would just be really cool if it was him. It would just, yeah, work rather nicely. So, let's see. Do we get anything there? Right. We left the moon to keep the hive in check. If the speaker has lifted Lanner and Strange, well, he knows things we're doing. Following the trail of Gordon, who went dark, searching into the high fortress on the moon. Okay, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stick with the Earth side of it, because yeah, I just want to do some Earth. Earth has more to do with Rasputin, the Traveler, and different things like that. It'd be really cool in the second one if you could learn to decrypt diagrams yourself, but they might not be as good as if they were done by the Cryptech Master. That'd be cool.
New engrams. No idea what they... Very fine. Be careful.
The hunter creeds Atlas, and we do what's out there. Victim respected. The hunter creed calls us outwarded, and that we do, we find out here.
Welcome. Checking log. Mission. Transaction complete. Authorized to award bounties.
What's up? What's wrong? What? Oh, I see. You're okay. See ya. Let's see.
The Vanguard's reporting that Fallen are tearing into machines all over the Cosmodrome. I'm starting to think they aren't just looting the place. Whatever they're looking for, we should probably find it first.
Now, I believe this is either mentioned to Rasputin or Siva, from the previous things.
I'm picking up heavy Fallen activity near the Forgotten Shore, but that's miles from here. Guardians set up a vehicle grid here. We sync to that, we can summon ground transport from our ship. Let's go.
Okay, so this is where we get to summon ground transport, finally. I get to use my Sparrow. I'm not going down there, I know what's down there. Whoa. Where the fuck did you come from? So yeah. Let's see, here we go. Here's a good representation. So, to tell the difference in the houses, the House of Devils are red, the House of Exile was the ones I couldn't remember. They're green. Winter is white, Kings are gold, Wolves are blue. And then you have the Splicers, which are their own species, I believe. Or am I thinking of the Cabal? Yeah, I'm thinking of the Cabal. The Splicers are just like extra guys. So let's see what we're dealing with here. These guys are red. Red are devils. This is the House of Devils, which are owned by the House of Kings, or led by, I think, after reading the Glenmore cards and that. Still a lot of speculation. Remember, the Glenmore cards are not fully complete, and they're not fully accurate. There's a lot missing from them, and there's a lot left down to speculation as well. Oh shit, I went completely the wrong way. So it was the Fallen who used to be owned by the Traveler and had their own sort of
Here's the
connection.
Sparrow link.
And then the Whirlwind came which was their own thing, like the collapse.
Superposed states, entangling kit vectors, and we're late.
There we go.
All right. If you want to get your sparrow, we can be in the Forgotten Shore in seconds.
Quick on the ground, small enough for transferable deployment. So when I go and do a patrol mission, which I'll probably do after this mission now that I've got the sparrow and all that, just to get some levels up a bit, I'll speak about the actual areas of the Cosmodrome and not only the hunters in general, because this is where the hunters really are in their own zone. These guys are the ones who go out on their own, finding different ways to think it. I'm also going to try and speak about the
We're approaching the shore.
sun.
The Fallen are using some sort of signal amplifiers. Let's see what they're transmitting.
Let's see, this is still House of Fallen. House of Devils, I mean. Yeah. What's also interesting is the colours are also on the skin. Yeah, this is Rasputin they're speaking to here, the old Warmind. See, so early on in this game you forget these things. Dang. Boom. Yeah, I'm also going to speak about the golden gun as well. Anyone speak Russian? I never heard that before.
Give me a second. Some kind of distorted signal. Not fallen.
Let's check the other one.
So straight away we've got Rasputin, which is the Warmind. There is a lot on the Warmind and different ideas. Oh shit, where the fuck did all these guys come from? Too closer. So yeah, Rasputin was one of the first war minds. He pretty much is doing a lot of things behind the scenes. He used to be in charge of protecting us. He turned off those protocols and now isn't, and is now in this type of hibernation. Not really hibernation. He's just not really interacting with us. He's got his own agenda and shit going on, and he's not really telling us much about it. Yeah. Oh shit, where the fuck did you come from? Now, the question is, did these guys know about...
They're both linked to something in Skywatch. Let's check it out.
The real question is, did these guys know about Seva before or after integrating with Rasputin signals? Is the question. These are just little questions I'd like answered. I don't really know about the individual areas like Forgotten Shore and things like that. I will read up on them. Probably in this episode, like I'm saying, I'm going to do one on the Earth location and things like that. I'm going to get off my Sparrow here, because, yeah, it's just an ambush waiting to happen right there. Now this looks like House of Winter. With these blue guys. You'll never really see them mixing, as far as I know. Fuck that. Yeah, House of Winter. You can tell by the blue color. It's a great detail. I never really noticed it before, mustn't it? Oh shit. Miss me, miss me. So, see when I did that headshot, that was ether coming out of these guys, sort of like what they feed on. It's what makes these guys up. That's what the servitors are used for. Is for
The Fallen are
making
tapped into
ether.
something in the back of the room.
Okay. Trying to get me look at, are you? Harrison Winter and Harrison Devil's working together here. I completely forgot about that.
The Fallen are trying to access these machines, but something is fighting back. This will take some time.
Gonna die.
Okay, I've pulled out everything they managed to steal. We should destroy this thing. They didn't get much. Kept hitting an active firewall. Old Earth. Russian. Legends are true. A war mine did survive the collapse. Rasputin. An AI built to defend Earth. He faced the darkness and survived. And he's protecting something here in the Cosmodrome. We have to find a way to reach him.
1 second, folks. I'm just waiting to invite someone to the chat. Hello, DJ. Long time no speak.
Yeah, what you up to?
I'm doing my lore streams.
Yo, what?
I've decided with it over the last few months I've been researching all the lore and things like that on Destiny.
Right.
And I am now going through, started with a new character. I came across something, I don't know if you heard of it, called Destiny.
You mean this game that apparently is really, really good for cooperative play?
Yeah. The one where you start a new character and you work your way through, and if you die once, that's your character over. You have to start again.
Uh-huh.
You see? It's 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 quite scary doing the game again on the lowest light level. But while doing that, I'm also more focusing on the lore side of it. So while I've started a new character, I've opened up with the Glimwar cards on the hunters. I was just away now that I've done that to read a wee bit on the House of Devils and the servitors and explain the relationship between all the fallen and things like that.
Gotcha.
It's it's a lot of reading, dude. I've forgotten how
I can
much it
imagine.
was. You know? But while doing that, I'm also doing the missions. So like the mission I've just done was the one where you first hear about Rasputin in House of Winter is trying to get access to them. And I was just putting the question out there, is this where they began to find out about Siva? Or was it the fact that they were trying to get hold of Rasputin, and while trying to get hold of Rasputin, they came across Siva?
Yeah.
You know? Because now looking back on it, there's so much more you can think about, like, oh, they're searching for something before. It was just a case of, it was just a weapon just to fight us. Who really cares? We stop them. What happens if we never stop them and we actually just help them on their way to getting there? Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So, yeah.
Well, I'm just helping my boy get, well, ranking up in his book a little bit. He's finally got his Titan to 400, and then with a little bit of help from me, and moving things around, he's got his Hunter to 399 and his Warlock, I think, is 398.
Nice. So he's getting there. He's getting there.
Now, I don't think he realised that you could transfer things between characters with the Vault.
Yeah.
So right now, I'm just doing a dead ghost hunt because I did have every single dead ghost in the game, and then they've added some more.
Mm.
But there you go.
I've noticed that
Anyway,
because
buddy.
as I've been looking through the Glimmer cards, it's been like, oh, I don't have that one. I don't have this one. Wait a minute, I had all of them. Where are they?
Yep.
So,
Well, I'm just on the Crota raid now because there's a dead ghost right at the very start,
mm,
which I didn't know about.
is that the one behind the on the ledge behind the rock?
Possibly. So basically, my new mission is to get Jack to 5,000 Grimoire score.
Nice.
That gives you a banner. There's only a few things that you can get from what do you call it? Oh, Destiny 2, there's a few bits and pieces, so yeah. If I
Sounds
can
good,
get
man.
him to 5,000, that gets him a banner. He's done a few other bits and pieces, and he's now invited me to a party, so I suppose I better go and talk to him.
Well, I will join you once I've done this stream, guys, if that's cool.
Yeah, of
And
course it is, mate.
cause just now I'd be no use to you, cause I'm level 7 on my hunter.
I say I'm just going ghost hunting, so I'm not doing anything particularly exciting.
I know, but yeah, level 7. It's scary times, man. Like, I nearly got
Well,
killed by a group of thralls. I was like, no, I'm running out of bullets. Punch you. It was
it
not fun.
happens. You'll get there. All right, mate. I'm going. I'll
See you in a wee
speak to
bit.
you a little later on. Oh, you up for running Crota a little later on?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Definitely, definitely. Sounds
Uh,
like a good
we
idea.
would. I was on with. Well, it was me, Woody, Valo, trying to get Jack, Woody's nephew, and Paul through Crota 390.
Ah, the
And
hard.
unfortunately, Paul's only 363, so we were struggling like mad to get across the bridge.
Yeah, you're not just glitching it.
You can't now.
They've actually fixed all the glitches.
Well, the thing is, you can still glitch out the enemies on one side of the bridge, but you've got to get 5 people across the bridge to spawn all the swords that opens the door to progress through to the Death Singer. So you
Ah,
can't just glitch one person over and hide and kill the ogres.
yeah. That sucks.
It's actually really good fun,
Yeah, I
but
bet it is. But I
because
don't
when you
think
get
I've ever
five
done.
people over, a load of swords appear, and you just basically go crazy killing knights and gatekeepers.
Sweet. Oh
Anyway,
my
I'm
goodness,
going because
even.
he's just invited me like 4 times, so
No
I'll
worries, no
speak to
worries.
you shortly.
Catch you in a wee bit.
Don't have it.
So yeah, folks, that there is Phil Ellis. I don't know if he was sharing his voice or not. That is the leader of Team Smeg. As you can tell, Team Smeg is the clan I am part of. Um, so yeah, let's carry on with this. And that's also a good explanation to what this stream is. So let's see, talk to Vidan, and then the Hive and an all and an AI Warmind. The Hive and an AI Warmind. Zavala will just raise an eyebrow and talk about the dream of a city. But between you and me, I'm impressed. What you saying, blood? Zavala, your intelligence is invaluable, Guardian. The dream of the city is stronger today because of your efforts. I want you to speak with Ikara, my warlock companion on the council. She has been following Rasputin's trail. One I think is worth exploring. 18. Yeah, new chest piece, dude. Dude, I need a new chest piece. Thank you. That helps. Speak to Ikora at the tower. Ikora has a group called the Hidden. Now that's what I was speaking about last time. Um, there's this group called the Hidden. Very little known about it. Mostly hunters, as far as we know. They're out, just wander about, getting information, and report back to the Vanguard. Now there's just saying, glad you're on our side. Once the Warmind network stretched across the solar system, linked together by powerful communications array, that orbit sent out scouts some time ago to investigate the array. They never returned. I want to know what happened to them, and I want the mind of us and what the mind of Rasputin may hold.
See you around, Guardian.
You got anything for me, dude?
What's up, David?
Hello, Hello PPF, how we doing? I'm just going through Destiny from the beginning again. Um, get reading the lore and things like that to go along with it. Sometimes strip line institution, and if they wanted to wear some. Everyone, this is PPF. Like, share, and subscribe to his channel. That's a shout out done for the day, as he's the only person I am willing to give a shout out to. Just now, anyway. A few more, maybe, when they start putting out some stuff. But yeah, as you can see, I'm on level 7. Just now, man. Not much. But yeah, so we're on the hunt for Rasputin just now. Rasputin is the war mind. There's a good card out there that describes possibly how the um, Rasputin shut down himself and shot the Traveller. We'll read a wee bit more into Rasputin, things like that in a wee bit. Think I might just go and do a mission just now. Fancy getting more information on Rasputin. I mean, the more you get into this game, the more you find out about Rasputin. So, let's just stick with the basics just now. Rasputin's a war mind, part of a network of Golden Age tech that was designed to help Earth defend itself. Track down the codes to the ancient array and connect it to its long-lost colonies to the system. There you go. So we're actually helping Rasputin gain communication to its system. Later on in the game, way later on, you find out that Siva is actually Golden Age tech as well, and it's actually aboard a ship that's controlled by another war mind.
Near the old Skywatch. They were running a mission for Dead Orbit, had codes to a hidden array that could reconnect us to the other colonies in the system. If we can find their ghosts, maybe we can open that array.
Now, the chances are that Dead Orbit was also in charge of that Warmind ship that was sent out. So, it's an interesting thing.
Near the Skywatch. Let's head there and see if we can find them.
Let's head to the Skywatch. Let's do it. Let's head to the Skywatch, Skywatch. So you ever play any Destiny PPF?
Stopped by to lend support and leave a like. Got to go, but we'll catch up with you another time. All the best.
See you in a bit, man. Always a pleasure to have you. I want the XP. Give me the XP. Give me it. The heck is this dude hiding? So yeah, the Skywatch. I don't really know anything about the Pacific areas. That's definitely going to be a cool place to start and read about. I think I might do that just now.
Hey David.
Hey Aaron. Welcome. You're just in time for me to read a bit of the lore on the Skywatch. which is this building here.
Go enemies.
Um, so yeah, let's see what we can find about that. Let's see. Places. Earth. So, Ghost Fragment Earth. One such city's lit the whole world. Now we are humbled under the shadow of the traveller. In the last place it protects, it is so very fragile. The small blue ship, our home. And that's the first one. The next one, now, if I remember right, let me just have a look. Some of these cards are spoken by someone called Alpha Lupi. Now, Alpha Lupi, we don't really know who he is. We believe he's someone dreaming of the Traveller. I say we because that's what people on Reddit think, and most of the time I am going to be speaking more about theories that I agree with because they're the ones I've looked at more because they make more sense to me, so they've stuck in my head longer. And the second Glimmer card that appears on the Earth is Ghost Fragment Earth, Dreams of Alpha Lupi. The place sits inside a nest of little worlds, still too distant to shade its heat, but plenty staring out at you. A face emerges, down from the plasma and radiation. There must be meanings in its roar. You listen hard and careful, and sometimes a Lucas melody seems to rise out of the random noise. Joy builds, and the first hope in age transforms you. It seems important, every cycle, to tell you the start from here to the black, here to the black between the galaxies, that you will be strong again. The next Old Rusher card reads, the Cosmodrome, where when humanity took to the stars, first in search of what lay beyond, and at the end, in hope of escape. Today it's a graveyard. So, pretty much, this is where humanity first went to take off in search of what lay beyond, and at the end, in the hope of escape. So this is probably where the first people from the Nine, the Jovian College, first took off. Today it's a graveyard, picked over by the fallen houses of devils, but buried among the decades of the Golden Age are pieces we need to forge a new future. So it's saying that the House of Devils pretty much rule over this area. As you can see, it's more than just the House of Devils. The House of Winter are also here as well, and some other ones. The next Grimoire card is Old Russia, and it reads, Saber Green, this ice market we have you launched. Come check. Ice market? This is Saber Green. We read you. Like, Lance is ticking. Come secure. Calm secure. Abort adversary check. Check is all normal. You are now on the intel power. Saber Green. Please, human verify your payload stats. Acknowledge human verify quest. The words are Roger, Apex, Skyshock. I will repeat the payload structure now. Rodok, Apex, Skyshock. Those are the words. Saber, human cross-check. File safe. Copy your last mini arc. Are we go count? We affirm. Go payload. Go fight. Go final counter. Institute. Mass voice. Yes, it's Roger. Yes, I believe that's correct. Yes, yes it is, and it is an amplified payload, a structure specifically. I believe it's an antibiotic pump. Said that fuck knows weapon. Mass voice. Yes, it is convert. It is under secure ISS. We have good confinement in vacant. We are not scrambling. Civil launchers are clear and the range public intact. Word catch. It is secure. 6 out of 100. Here we go. Good speed, Saber. You're all normal. Mass voice. We both know where the order came from. Whoa, that's a lot. Right. So let's break this down a bit. We have Saber Green asking and speaking with Ice Market. And Ice Market is asking for checks from Saber Green. The checks come back all correct with human. And it's now saying we both know where it came from. I have no idea what's really going on here. We affirm go payload, go flight, go final count. Okay. So this is the next one. So let's just say they've taken off because it looks like go final count payload. Mayday, 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 the next one says. I keep saying this, but I very much doubt that anyone will listen. The humans are too slow or too dead, and the Triton. Blessed, intelligent, vast, does it suppress my own? It is far too busy to confirm one forlorn colony ship and its machine mind. Okay, so this is the machine actually speaking, because it's saying, blessed is intelligent, vastly does it suppress my own. It's far too busy comfort one to confront one forlorn colony ship and its machine mind. I feel I am away. I feel I have come to speak for the whole world. Isn't that cheery? I'd rather the mayday, mayday, mayday. Outward we might shoot our way out of this one, but it looks like this is unlikely. Even Tyrant is exploring other options. Tyrant is exploring other options. I am peaceful by nature. These Greek matters of eschatology bewilder me. My love is my ship, and the people aboard it. I'm a fair sense and I supplies. Mayday, 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 do forgive me, please. It's not actually finished yet. I just figured I better move and things like that. So let's have a breakdown of what's actually being said here. And it looks to me like the colony ship's been sent and taken off with the payload. And they've gotten in trouble. They're asking for mayday. The tyrant, somebody is not letting them actually answer. So yeah. Let's carry on. There's still a wee bit more to go and we'll carry on to this. Love to my dream of worlds, I'll help make. Flowers I'll paint if you grant me poppy enough to think of my pastures as seeds. But those dreams have gone, so sad. Now I am Packard bulkhead to bulkhead with cold terror. Refugees from nightmares I don't even know how to understand. I wish I could confront them. I am trying to be brave, but conditions outside our castle I suspect I won't make liftoff. But at the time you read this, who you may be, I suppose you will know. Extor's red will be long gone, or rotten as it's grant me dead inside. But if you, mayday, 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 read this, at least something will have survived. To you then, brave few souls from those fallen minds of an old ship, best wishes, and God speak. So, let's carry on with this mission now, because that's quite a lot to think about and a lot to take in. And we've still got another one, which is also quite another 2, which has quite a lot more in it. The next one. So yeah, let's go and carry on, shall we? Like I said, none of these are going to be in any real specific order of how I'm actually going to do this. I'm just coming up with this as I go on. It's unscripted, unedited, as always by me. I find that to be the best way for me to think. And crack on with things. Some people may not like that. Other people might. I can't really help the way that I'm doing this. It's just the way that I feel comfortable doing this. Maybe later on I will actually start having some sort of format, but for now, no. It's more going with what I feel. Is it information that we need to know and can maybe find out by reading the cards in the order that they are presented on Destiny, the page.
We're heading back to that hive breeding ground. The Vanguard say they're spilling onto the surface now, keeping the Fallen busy.
The problem with doing it that way is that some information will be jumbled up and will be lost as other information is in other areas of the cards. That's why sometimes it'll take me a wee while to find the actual card that I'm looking for. And plus, like I said, I'm no expert in the cards and I do not know them off by heart. I am more going on my memory and what I hope to be right. Oh shit, he spotted me here. You guys just fell on yourself. Oh. Give me that gun. So yeah, these are the Fallen. These guys are pretty much what I would class as the first entrance of in the history of Destiny being interacting with the Traveler and the Darkness and having the oldest connection between them all. So in a sense, the Fallen were really, really weak, really, really underpowered, to the point that they only live, genetically, they only live for 10 years. They didn't have the best of lifestyles either. They were just really unlucky. And even written even going back to Oryx, like, he wasn't even a powerful person in his own species. He was from a really, really weak family. To the point that his father was pretty much betrayed and fucked up. Which sort of... Is there another chest up here? Oh no, bastard. So yeah. Oryx's father was betrayed. And killed. And went a wee bit mad after having a vision that the planets were all going to align to kill his people in a mass flood that would destroy his planet and kill the worm gods. Oryx then when Oryx's sisters found their father, they found the worm and listened to the worm.
The ghosts. They're in a clearing between buildings not far from here.
And after that, it gets a whole lot complicated with the Books of Sorrows and things like that, which is a lot of information, isn't really relevant at this point. But I just thought it was quite a good little taster of the knowledge of Oryx I have. Let's just say goes about, kills a lot of people for a very, very long time. Why am I dealing with taking? I shouldn't have to deal with taking. I should not have to deal with taking.
It's dead. Keep hunting. Nothing. Find another one. This one still holds the codes. Let's find the array.
I must be mad. Let's go. Remember permadeath. That was slightly intense. stabbed in the face! So all these are technically parts of the machine.
Approaching the control station. This is it.
I am way not strong enough for this level yet. Screw you, Captain! I love hand cannons. So powerful. Seriously. Oh, shotgun, that's what I'm wanting. Give me that bad boy. Now you're talking my language. Shit, I forgot about this guy. Boom. Dealt with.
There's the controls. I'll see if these codes still work. Okay, negotiating crypto systems. Shore resistant security lattice verified. It's working.
I wonder if these were the Guardians or if they were just guys who were dead before in control of Rasputin.
Amazing, it's activating.
Cool. Seen that going up. Hive? Why did the Hive come in? Would it make sense for the Fallen? The Hive? The Hive trying to stop the Cabal? Huh. Oh shit! Oh, hello, wizard! What you got? What you got? What you got? That's it, wizard. That's it. You ain't got nothing! Boo! Yeah, You know better. Oh, come on, how can I miss so many times? Yeah.
I think we're clear. You need to see this.
So, Dead Orbit has a pretty simple philosophy. We're all doomed. According to them, getting out of the system is the only way to survive. No surprise they'd want to find a way to contact with Rasputin and the colony's array.
This array is controlled by the last war mind, Rasputin. It's connecting to defense constructs all across the system. There could be something out there to help us survive the darkness.
Let's actually see what the Glimmer cards say about Rasputin. Actually, we'll start this when we actually go into Rasputin. We'll speak about that. That seems like a good way. Until then, Old Fragment Russia 3, I think might be a good place to start next. Look at that, still no deaths, folks. Still no deaths. So, if you remember right, last card, there was a colony ship that had been sent out to do something or other. Don't know what. Things had went wrong. It was trying to signal back home and it believed Rasputin was stopping. Well, not Rasputin. It said, who was it? The Titan was stopping it. Whoever the Titan is. I'm saying Rasputin. Obviously, somewhere in my head. I believe that's Rasputin. Let's see. Nothing left to fall. The story of the fallen and the city and their battles for our future. Rasputin isn't as cuddly as personable as I am. In fact, I have no idea what his motives are. He locked us out of the array, but why? So that there's pretty much telling you that Rasputin has locked us out of the array that we just helped him. He has communication with the planets. We don't. he is in control just now. But let's go on to Ghost Fragment Earth Russia 3. It starts off by saying General Chen Lud is flying her. General Chen Lin is flying her glider. She carves around the huge bald noise of a cargo ship, one of the Cosmozone's towering children. Her eyes see temperature. She surfs the winter air rolling down off the chilled fuel tank. Turbulence rattles her bones. General Malajayar sending. You're making Rasputin nervous. Oh, wow, look at that. Cool. That is a really good way just to tie in there. I love it when that type of stuff happens, you know? So let's see if we can make more sense of that. Jenna, she's flying her glider. She goes around old cargo ships. One of the Cosmozone's towering children. Her eyes seem tempered. She surfs the winter air rolling down off the Seinfeld tank. General Marlon sends, you're making Rasputin nervous. Am I? Am I? Lashier blinks, grinning, spinning around the fuel tank. The machine hates risk. Risk to the General, sure, but risk to Rasputin's ship isn't the word he'd use exactly. He can be very charming, the submind assures me. Herta works with Chan Lashur, and she is certainly charming, but this is Rasputin's territory. Rasputin the Taket King, the brooding war fist among the first among equals. The Tit King, the brewing war, the first among equals. Yesterday, last year spoke to the colony ship, AI, and it called Rasputin the tyrant. Hey! Not without affection, and certainly not without respect. He can charm me in person, Lashur suggested. He's very private lately. He can sulk. She spreads her arms and legs and climbs the thermite, whirling up, arrowing off the top and out. What? Arrowing off the top and out away of the colony ship towards defensive wall. Oh, okay. She gets up and she spreads her arms and legs and climbs the thermite, whirling up, arrowing off the top and out away from the colony ships towards the defensive wall. Her junior second skins, wick tuck taunt, permites, like a flying fox. The Cosmodrome races past beneath her. She waggles her wings at the cloud and passes sensor mites and says and saucy hello. Two of the secret division's MBTs drilling in the motherlands. Don't understand why you came. Marla says she's probably lying. Marla understands Laddish very well. Very well. I don't understand why you masked yourself yesterday during the launch. The launch? Now this is going back to Super Green. Now this could be the person who... I'll need to actually find the correct way to pronouncing these names, because I am just murdering these names. I know that. the launch. Serbia green. Rasputin quietly moving another doomsday weapon into Earth's orbit. And all the other launches too. Not just the weapons, but people. The colonization schedules pushed up as if they need to disappear. They need to disappear. It's now imperative. General Chen Lashun's banks out across the wall. Look at all the beauty. Look at all the highway rolling off across green hills and green mountains. Imagine if she just landed and started walking out away from everything into the wilderness. Imagine something going wrong, she says. Imagine this road chopped with corpses. Imagine the security team gunned down, refusing as they try to force their way into other ships. Imagine cars from here to the horizon. Those stupid old-fashioned cars everyone still owns because the strange, uneven advancements of the post-traveler would leave something unchanged. You expect violence? Mayat says, Mayat says in that correlation, careful ways of her ways of managing meet, meet people, something beyond our capacity to permeate or contain. Except as a military profession, no. Once she was young, 6 or 7, Chinese pulled rank to get a look at the never-before installation into paint. She watched the images in fluorescence and she felt this foreboding, this inhuman weight and dread that refused to attach itself in any specific thread, and that she felt it again last year when she was briefed on a project in Lashun, the Vision Machine. Now this is the Vision Machine that I was speaking about. Right there, I don't know if any of my reading's making sense to you guys. I am sorry about it. I am trying my best. I have got dyslexia, but I ain't gonna let that shit stop me. I'm gonna get this done. I know it's making sense to me. The names might not, but we'll find ways to get their names right. So they're speaking about here how she pulled rank when she was 6 or 7 to take a look at a machine. Now, if you remember back to my last video, I spoke about how Future Walker had a machine that allowed people to go into the past that was also Exo's girlfriend's work to do with the Vex. And it gave them visions, and most time these visions went wrong. And here is the first instance we have actually found while we've been reading these of this actually occurring. And it says here very clearly, to me anyway, once when she was young, 6 or 7, she pulled rank to get a look at the never-before installation pit. She watched the images in Frenesa, and she felt this forbidden, so she watched the images of dread, which is what a lot of people felt, but it refused to attach itself. And she felt it again last year when they spoke about a vision machine. She shivered, her wings trembled in terror. The airstream. It isn't that what we do, Maya, she says. Why we still have soldiers, why we made you. Experiments. The traveler came out of nowhere. Eternal, unaccept, unat, un, the traveler came out of nowhere, entirely unanticipated. Imagine if it hadn't been friendly. Imagine that. Rasputin surely has. So that there is a conversation between two people. Um, Sherbet Green. General and Management also. And they're speaking about Rasputin and how he's got different sort of ways of working, things like that. And how he doesn't fully trust the traveler. Because imagine if he hadn't been friendly. Imagine that Rasputin surely has. So Rasputin's already taken in that there. Apart from one other old Russia card that I haven't got, I'm surprised that I will have to do. So yeah, that there is the Earth. More cards red. So let's see what actually more we can find out from actually doing the story and things like that. I really hope you guys are enjoying this. I am. I am liking how I'm doing this. I think it's a good way for new people to also get an introduction into the actual gameplay and some of the story behind it. You're getting to know who Rasputin is and things like that. If you're wondering who I was speaking about with Cade 6, and that Cade 6 is a vendor for the hunters, and he teaches us what to do, how to wield the light, which is what I will be speaking about next once I do the Gunslinger quest. However, that was just a nice way to tie in Rasputin into the actual thing.
What do you have for us, Hunter? Looks very solid, Guardian. Come back before I
Cool new rocket launcher. I'll need to be level 12.
We have stopped it.
Out of the library of your mind for a change?
Light's wasting.
Right then, nothing left but the fallen. Talk to me. You actually touched the war mind and provoked a response. Fascinating. For now, Zavala has need of you. Speak to him, Guardian, and walk the wisdom in the light.
Thanks again.
Bitch, you didn't give me anything. Zavala may be single-minded, but he's the best thing to happen to the city in years. The Vanguard would be nothing without him.
be ready for more.
I'm a new Tash, one that will test your limited skill. Sepix Prime is the machine god of the House of Devils, and is a co-calculating and the mind behind everything the house does in the Cosmodrome. I want it destroyed. Okay.
Stand strong.
So let's do Patrol 101 now. See if we can just find out where this ghost fragment is. Oh, the Russia 4. Okay. So that comes in the Rise of Iron mission. Interesting. Very interesting. Guardian.
The Fallen have strengthened their positions around the old launch sites. We need to be cautious.
So, now we bit. I'll need the Guardian ability card. Well, find out. So what do we need to do here? How do you track again? That's it. Kill any enemies. Kill enemies and collect. Okay, so we just need to do these.
The darkness grows strong here, Guardians. You know what that means. Your ghost can decrypt the details.
Still the House Devils kicking about here, see? Saying Jamesy boy.
What's up?
Not much, not much.
Oh, you're still on Destiny, I see.
Yeah, man, I haven't died.
Yeah? How far have
Yeah,
you got?
man. I past. I can go to the moon, or I can do a strike. So just now I'm patrolling to get my level up. And I have spoke about so much stuff and read so many cards, dude.
Yeah.
Like it's unreal. Like how much I've been speaking about. Hold on, I sent a chat invite to my mate. He's just sent me one. Um, and this stream, I might actually end this stream here, guys, and then we can all group up together. Hold on a second. Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? Cause I'm going to be. There we are. Sorry about that, guys. I was just sending an invite to my mate. Yeah, cause I'm going to be possibly doing a strike and stuff. With DJ helping him and his son and stuff as well. Stu's coming on, so there's going to be a few folk more. I'm getting an invite to join him, so that's a pain in the arse. So yeah, I think I'm going to finish off this little patrol, and then we will join him and see what is actually happening, and possibly get something else done instead. And take a wee break from the lore, because we've discussed all the hunter, we've discussed all the earth and fragment cards, had a lot talked about here. I've read a fair bit on this stream. A fair bit on this stream I have read.
I'll need to go back and watch it.
Ah, you will, man. Like, there's so much. There's like the whole conversation with Rasputin. Like, Rasputin's in one of the first few missions in the Glimmer cards. He's just like, yeah, it's not cool. It's so much reading. So much reading. I've now got to kill a servitor. I'm working on it. Leave me alone. Oh, you know what's also annoying? Remember how I was hoping to be able to find the ghosts as I was playing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do that. So I've sort of got to make my own little, like...
Yeah, you have to go and like patrol and then collect them all in like the areas.
Well, no. That's what I was hoping to be able to do. But no, it doesn't do it that way. It goes for all your fucking things.
Oh, so you've already got them then.
I've
Okay.
already got them, so I've just got to try and find them. Like, work out, like, make my own little order up on how I'm reading them and stuff. So it's like, holy shit, this is actually like, damn. I've got like 4 or 5 different web pages open, all with different, like, facts and shit like that, stories, and it's like, oh my god, what am I doing? So, yeah, there we go, folks. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button. We're going to join a new chat party and start a new stream on Destiny. So, like, share, and subscribe, guys. Right, James, I'll get if you follow me.